Welcome to video 2 of my free 7-part journey series about revived pelvic floor health core rehab. And in the previous video, we discussed why the traditional Kegel approach may not be the most effective method for strengthening your pelvic floor and deep core muscles. And I introduced to you the core back immersion therapy, where I utilize Pilates, yoga, and physical therapy fused together, and utilizing it to my hundreds of my online students who joined, as well as thousands of my patients in the clinic through the years of 20 years as a physical therapist, where I focus a lot on pelvic floor health, core strengthening, and to relieve neck and back pain, and overall mobility, stability, and flexibility. If you haven't watched the first video yet, I highly recommend doing so don't miss out on video 1. And I could place it here in the info card or in the description down below. And if you don't want to miss out the rest of my free 7-part journey series, there's more to come. So write your name and email address signed down below in the description so you can receive direct email from me to remind you that the video is already live, so don't miss out. It contains essential information that you don't want to miss if you're serious about improving your core, your pelvic floor health, your overcoming bladder leaks, your postpartum complications if you had C-section, diastasis recti, umbilical hernia, back pain, pelvic organ prolapse, or if you're not postpartum, because I have a lot of my online subscribers asking me, I don't have postpartum, but I'm having these symptoms, then you are very welcome as well to do this. If you're having new symptoms you never had before due to perimenopausal, menopausal women, even men who went through prostate removal and they ended up with difficulty fully emptying their bladder, then this video series is for you, addressing everything we learned and enhancing your overall core strength that will eventually improve your posture. And if you haven't been into my channel, let me introduce my name. My name is Annie. I'm a physical therapist with more than 20 years experience. My real name is Annabelle Naranton, but people call me Annie in the clinic and here in my online media space, as well as in my family home. Annie is really my nickname, but my real name is Annabelle Naranton. I'm a physical therapist here in the United States for many years, as well as physical therapist in the Philippines when I graduated before I moved to New York when I was 23 years old. And that's why through more than 20 years of experience, I gathered so much experience as I traveled different states from New York, San Diego, and now I'm here in Texas. And I know you want to learn more about me. That's why I'm sharing this information so you can learn more about how you can fix the solution to your bladder leaks, your pelvic floor issues, dysfunction, and you want to have a better intimacy as well. If you're having pain during intimacy, you want to have a functional pelvic floor. And as I promised you in my video 1, this video is about my foam roller, the gravity assisted. And if you don't have a foam roller, you can use roll towels. And this is 6 inches diameter. And this is firm. My recommendation is to get a soft one. I'm going to launch my brand new foam roller very soon, which is great for absolute beginners. That's very soft and suitable for absolute beginners. So it's not too straining and too painful on your pelvis, because if you gave birth, your SI joint gets really unstable and weak, and sometimes there's going to be pain. So in this video, one crucial step is to learn proper breath work that we learned in video 1, but I'm still going to remind you today because it takes a lot of repetitions and practice to get where you need to be. Because once you have the breath work, where I discussed in video 1, the piston motion of your diaphragm and pelvic floor, it's important to keep going at it. One session is not enough. Consistency is key to see results. So while stabilizing your core using this foam roller in gravity assisted program, so together with that, it will help, because when your pelvis is elevated, your pelvic floor will be lifted and will help the weakness to engage further. So breath work involves various techniques that focus on conscious control and manipulation of the breath. By altering the depth, the rhythm, and pattern of breathing, you can achieve the physical, mental, and emotional effects. And that's why with stress and urge incontinence, that's why I call stress. Sometimes when you're very stressed, causes this latchkey, leaky bladder. And these techniques include deep diaphragmatic breathing, specific breathing patterns, and guided visualization. That's why we need that mindfulness, where I'm going to incorporate a lot of my verbal cueing for you today. You really have to follow through the instructions, even though it's boring, even though it's repetitions. That's the key of success. Breathwork is beneficial for relaxation, stress reduction, and overall well-being. But together with the pelvic floor that we've been discussing, it's going to be like the piston motion on the diaphragm. It may calm the mind. That is why it's so important. Our brain will give you a lot of signal on how to connect. And when you have surgery, hysterectomy, prostate removal for men, there's a disconnect from your brain to that area, to your bladder. And when you have anxiety, and that causes that big disconnect. And then this will enhance the focus and promote inner peace while offering physiological benefits like improving the lung capacity and regulating the autonomic nervous system. There's a fight and flight response. And when you're nervous, right, sometimes you started having this uncontrollable bladder dysfunction as well. And that's why it's time to start rebuilding that breath work. The key component, one of the most important crucial steps that I always tell my patients in the clinic and inside my Revive Pelvic Floor Health Core Rehab. You will see inside my program a lot of reminders of proper breath work. Even those repetitions, you will see that this is so important. My guidance, that's why I'm going to hold your hand side by side safely and effectively to reach your goals. So using a foam roller can elevate your lower abdominal and pelvic floor muscles, especially if you have low back pain. If you have sacroiliac dysfunction, sometimes it's a little bit challenging. And I recommend usually you get an SI belt, a belt that will glue your pelvis together if you have this inflammation in your SI joint. And you can do that assessment inside my program. I could guide you if you have it or not by checking your lateral tilt, and that's usually, and if you have a pinching pain on your buttock on one side, it's like a toothache on the butt that feels like a sciatica, but it is not. So that's why if you need my guidance, I will help you diagnose even during our weekly Zoom call. So let's begin the program. You're gonna lie on your back. As I said, I'm gonna remind you again of proper breath work today. I'm gonna lift my hips up. And if this is too painful, my recommendation is to make sure there is no pain and you feel like it's not on your lumbar spine. This is bad for your back, or on your hamstrings. It's not here. It should be on your buttocks in this level. You got it? Hold on tight if you need to for those absolute beginners. From this position, hold on to the foam roller and you take a deep breath through your abdominal muscles. You inhale from your diaphragm without lifting your shoulders up and not lifting through your chest. You want to make sure it's lateral rib cage flare, opening to the side, and I'm making my abdominal muscle rise. And then as I breathe out, I'm like zipping up a tight jean from your lower abs to your navel, and you don't want your skin to be touched by the zipper, and breathe out through your mouth. Again, take a deep breath through your nose. Expand your belly through the lateral. I have to say expand the belly because if I tell my patient inhale through your nose, they ended up doing this. They're so used to that anxious breathing, and that causes the downward pressure on your pelvic floor. So I want to make sure you inhale. Really expand and zip it up from your lower abs to your navel. Tighten as much as you can. And you can tighten your buttocks as well. And there's a EMG studies of a little bit squeezing, and tightening your abdominal helps your delayed onset contraction of your pelvic floor. And you're going to feel it with the gentle pressure I'm placing on my abdomen. And one more deep breath before we start moving. Inhale and exhale, zip it up. Let's try it again one more time. Well done. After that beautiful breath work, now we're going to start lifting your heels up, and that will help challenge a little bit on your core when you lift. So you lift your midfoot, support your pelvic floor, so it's important to strengthen. So as you inhale, you can lift your hands up to the heavens to challenge further. But if you feel like it's rolling off your pelvis, hold on. For those who want to feel the challenge, lift your hands up. Expand your abdominal muscles. And then zip it up. As you squeeze your core in, I'm still lifting my heels up. And then down. Inhale. Expand my belly, zip it up, and lift my heels. So when you add instability by lifting your heels up, you're gonna work harder on your pelvic floor and your core. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Now you can challenge by holding onto the foam roller and slowly marching one leg up. Before you lift your leg up, you inhale first and zip it up and lift. Inhale down, slowly lower my foot down as I expand my belly. And then zip it up before switching to the other side. Inhale down. Exhale, zip it up. Inhale down, expand my belly. Zip it up. Inhale down. And switch. You can see my abdominal muscles rising as I lower my foot down. And you can see it, I'm squeezing it in as I switch to the other leg and lift up. And now we are progressing. Just tap, toes tap. I'm still lifting my heels up. And then as I breathe in, we're progressing. Zip it up and lift. And then extend my leg. Inhale, bend. As I go all the way down. And zip it up and lift opposite leg. And extend and inhale. And down and zip it up and switch. Inhale. I'm holding on tight. Feels so good to lengthen your hamstrings. If you can lock your knee, that's fine. Bend as you inhale. And down and switch. Zip it up and extend. Last set. Last one on your right. Well done. Now we are progressing with leg circles. So we're gonna lift one leg up. Keep the heel up. If it's difficult to balance, you can lower your foot down. But if you want to challenge, lift your heel up, just touching your toes. And if you can't lock your knee, you're slightly buckled, that's fine. But for those who can lock and lengthen, take a deep breath and zip it up and circles. Keep squeezing your core in now throughout the circles while you're breathing out slow and steady without rocking your hips. Inhale, expand. And zip it up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse circles. 5, 4, toes pointing to the heavens. 3, 2, and 1. And then switch to the other side. Take a deep breath. Zip it up, extend, lock, and then circle. Breathe in, breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set, lower, and then switch to the other side. Keep the toes down, extend, and circles. Core engage. Breathe in, breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse. Take a deep breath and squeeze your core in and breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Last set on your right. Bend and extend. Lock your knee if you can. Toes pointing to the heavens. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Lengthen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. And that's why we're gonna slowly lengthen and improve your overall strength. And that's why we did this video. It's a lot of breathing and core engagement, and we're gonna learn on our next video about pelvic blocks, as I did yesterday as well. Pelvic blocks, and then we're gonna use a ball on how to do the pelvic blocks using a physio ball, and that's gonna be in video 3, so don't miss out. Stay tuned for valuable insights in my upcoming video, and it's important to stick to it. I know I just gave you 4 simple exercises plus the breath work, because that's why you have to slowly build it up. This is only video 2. I don't want to overstress your bladder. It just takes a lot of repetitions. As I said, practice every single day. If you can do this once a day, it's beneficial. Twice would be much better, especially in the beginning of the morning before you start the day or at the end of the day. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below or direct message me on my other social media and directly on my email address, and I'll try my best to answer each one of you. All the information is down in the description below. I'll be reopening my Revive Pelvic Floor Health Core Rehab very soon, so don't miss out. When we call you, we email you, so you don't miss out on finding the solutions on your postpartum complications recently or many years ago. It's not too late. Or if you're perimenopausal, menopausal women, or those with prostate removal from my male patients, and have male students as well who recovered from a Revive Pelvic Floor Health. It's not just for females, it's also men who are suffering quietly and silently. I'm here to help you, guide you, find solutions for good. Prioritize your health. It's not too late. If you have more time today, watch video 1 and also learn more about the difference between abdominal hernia or umbilical hernia and diastasis recti, which was the difference between the two. So learn more about it. I'll see you in my next video training. Always remember, be safe, be well, and healthy you. Bye!